Okay. What's this? Okay, in stream. Okay. Hi. I guess you guys can see me. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna do hi. My name is Dr. Regina Sadiq. Welcome to my channel. Well, YouTube channel. I guess you can hear me. Okay. Hi. Uh I'm gonna be doing my reading from my community wall and do some discussions. It's late here in Nigeria, so I'm not going to be on that long. Hopefully, I won't be on that long. So I'll get started. Everything. Okay. Uh, mhm. I said no comment. Uh, let's see. No comment, you evil wicked beings. Until you do right by me, everything that you wicked beings think about will fail. For you and everyone that is involved with what you all have done to me, and including those taking dollars in terror reads to intentionally mislead me or others, seeking the truth of what is being done to harm our families. So if you have been following my community wall posts, and then you will know that what my issues have been as far as community gang stalking in the USA and here in Nigeria. Um, the images that I posted is what was being used by these individuals. As far as the empty water bottle, before uh, where you see it on the ground now, it was sitting up, and someone had placed it directly where they saw me standing on my balcony. So where it they had placed the bottle, it was directly from where I was standing on my balcony. So like I said, it was sitting up on that little edge thing, and then it's on the ground. So you see it on the ground, right? And then where that water bottle was, someone digged up a hole. So I just was looking at the tarot reads, and this person, uh, a tarot reader, just happened to mention, oh, she had a vision of someone uh, planting evidence or something like that. Um, you have to look at her commentary to see exactly what she spoke about. Now, on the 30th here of last month, there was you um, a YouTube movie that came out called Prophetess, right? That was on the 30th of last month. And the individual in that prophetess was, the resemblance was similar to the individual who did the terror read that I posted. And like I said, that came out on the 30th here in Nigeria. I won't be saying entirely everything on the community walls. Um, as I mentioned before, individuals were doing harassment, gang stalking, intentionally um, intimidation on the job, intimidation, harassment, uh, fake mocking interviews. If you read my community wall, you will you will see where I not only post my experiences, also post um, emails, uh, my where they hacked into my bank accounts and um results of mocking fake job interviews just to mock me. If you look on my community wall, it's like listed in chronological order, and you can go from there to read my experiences. And I also have my self-help books, um, the Breaking Free series 1 through 4. Because of what happened with the my research and information that I was doing to write my self-help books, everything was taken. So I haven't started the second series yet. I was going to start, and then I have decided I don't want I don't want my information or my intellectual property to be in the hands of someone else. And for that to happen, I don't know if someone is trying to claim that they wrote it. So when I get back to the USA, I'm going to be taking care of that. I'm going to start from here though, but I will be writing the second series. Also, listed my WhatsApp messages that took place. Uh, Let me see what occurred. What occurred on my recent birthday of individuals. Those two women that I posted. There is that tree that's directly in front of my bedroom window. They positioned themselves so that if I look out I could hear the voices. They were talking very loud early in the morning. So I could hear the voices, but when I looked out, you can't see anything because they positioned themselves in such a way that when you look out the window, the bedroom window, you see the tree, but you don't see the individuals talking. So I had to come into the living room to see those two women, and they were there almost for 30 minutes, almost for a good 30 minutes, talking very loudly so I can hear. And that was on the day of my birthday. The day of my birthday, that's how it started. And then it progressed from there because on the way to, we're doing a barber shop, my uncle me going to that barber shop. This, within a few minutes, no more than 5 minutes, if that, when we parked the, when we parked the car, this individual drove right up where where I was parked. I put the picture up that I took on the side of the road. So I was facing, my car is facing one direction, and he was coming up on the other side of the road. So he had to come and park on my side, right in front of my car. I was the only car parked right there. Come park directly right in front, just to get out and urinate. That's all he did. So, and other individuals walk by doing certain things. I don't know if I listed it, but I probably will later on. The other individuals that were involved that passed my car during that time. Um, Also, this Mont Montagan on Linktree that was doing unveil what? Unveil the power of scent. I'm going to be looking into that when I get back to the USA, or I start here, because I believe that they're taking from my unveil the lies from my community wall posts that I do. I kept repeating unveil the lies. So I'm believing that this individual, it was sent to my iPhone. This individual took their unveil the scent from my when I was saying unveil the lies that were being told concerning the community harassment and gang stalking, maltreatment, traumatizing me over the years, many years. So things that I put on my community wall of individuals trying to make a profit off of my trauma and my pain. I'm not going to let them get away with it. And as I continue to find out information of people, regardless of how they're trying to make the profit, I immediately know where they're getting their information from as pertaining to what was done to me. So I know if you're taking anything remotely based upon my life struggles, my life trauma, and you're trying to make a profit off of it, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. So I know years and years and years ago, Chewy, CHEWY.com. When I stayed on Avondale Apartments, Clarksville, Tennessee, there was this Caucasian man, young. He had license plates from Florida. He had a small dog. That dog's name was Chewy. The dog that I had was Chew Brie. When they came out with the Chewy.com all those years ago, I knew exactly where they got that from, who put it out there, the precise name, and how it related to the things that they were doing to me. I think a lot of Caucasian males had a hand in what was done to me. Because another individual, the one that was saying how he worked 33 years at Sam's Club, he said that over the intercom. He was an employee for 33 years, making an announcement over the intercom while I was shopping. And another time when I was at the Social Security office, comment being said by the Caucasian mother to her son about how easy something was. The individual that I rented my condo to when I lived in Illinois and I owned that condo, him and his family, I still have that, the rent agreement. I still have your name. I don't have it here in Nigeria. I still have it though. And why would I still remember the NEO class, New Employment Orientation class? James Lovell, VA. Captain Mike, right? Favorite color, periwinkle, right? And why would I remember that? We did that NEO training way, way, way. How many years ago was that? 2011, 2012. What was it? 2011? That Caucasian man looking at me. We had got on the bus from the NEO training and we went to what? That entrance, military entrance facility for the recruits, right? Had on your uniform, right? looking at me, kept looking at me, and kept staring at me and clutching your heart, right? Every time I happened to turn my head in your direction, I caught you looking at me, staring at me, and clutching your heart. And why would I remember that? Maybe because when I got back to the bus that all of us took to go to that facility, everyone would return into their seats except for me. Who was in my seat? A recruit. It had to be a recruit because that was a recruit entrance facility for the recruits, right? Getting their examinations, their physicals, and stuff like that. African American male sitting in my seat. Everybody else, they got back into the same seats that they took on the way over there, except for me. No. In my seat was a recruit, an African American male. And that's after you kept staring at me, clutching your heart. And then when I looked at you, you turned your head away and stopped. And once I looked back, you started staring at me again until I caught you again. That was interesting. Maybe that's the reason why I remember that your favorite color is periwinkle, right, Captain Mike? Right? You want to tell me why you were doing that? I already know now. I didn't know then because all those things were happening to me. I didn't know why I was being followed. I didn't know why I was being tracked. I didn't know why I was being put through the things that I was being put through. The whole community of people I didn't even know. But you all knew me. You all knew me. Not only did you know me, you didn't mind at all doing the things that you did to me. You didn't mind treating me the way you treated me and the results that came from that maltreatment, the stalking, the traumatizing, the harassment, the ridicule. Y'all didn't care putting me through all of that. You didn't care how I was going to survive, make it through the next day, how it would affect me mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically. You didn't care. You went and did it anyway. For whatever gain you were promised for doing that to me. Maybe that's why I remember you, Captain Mike. I remember the other ones too, especially the African American woman officer who said that I did it to myself. I remember that saying, you telling me that. Maybe I remember it because I always wondered, but I didn't know I was wondering it at the time. If I did that to myself, then how the hell do all of you know about it? Or what I did to myself? You kind of left that out, that fact. You left that out. How every last one of you knew what I supposedly did to myself, right? So, hmm, there was a veterans clinic. If you hear snoring, that's my Okami. I can't wake him up. Anyway, in Waukegan, there was a courthouse building, I think. I don't know if the parking lot was across the street from the veterans clinic. It was open, and then when I saw this individual, another Caucasian male, when I saw this individual dig something up from beneath the tree that was located in front of this building, they closed that building. That was in Waukegan. Just one moment. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. So, if you read on my community wall, if you read on my community wall, you will see posts. You will see posts that I have about the experiences that I've been through. So I'm going to be distracted. So, since I am going to be distracted a little bit, like I said, it is late here. Let me go. I've been on like it's going on 30 minutes. Um, Let me go back down. You'll see images of what's going on here in Nigeria compared to what's going on there in the USA, and how certain readers, tarot readers, not just tarot readers, it seems like it doesn't matter where I go, wherever I go, I am immediately aware of what is wrong with what is going on wrong with whatever situation that I'm in. So when I was in the job space in the laboratories, I was being made aware of what was going on there. When I was at the Air Force Base in the commissary, I was being made aware of what was going on there and how individuals were doing the things that they were doing. And I don't know how I knew what I knew. I just knew. And I made a comment on um, on my community wall that when I first moved into the um, house on Autumnwood Boulevard, I was getting so many calls to my mobile phone at the phone number that I had. Was receiving so many calls that I eventually changed my number. So during that time, the reason when I was getting so many calls were during the time when I was putting in a lot of job applications. So, like I was saying, I was being put through mock, fake job interviews, some of them just to ridicule or mock me or outright laugh when I was trying to do the interviews. And they would make absurd comments like talking about how they needed to go to the doctors or had a doctor's appointment or something that had no bearing to the interview itself. But anyway, during that period when I was doing the job interviews and I was putting in job applications, and I wouldn't get the job. Not only would I not get the job that I interviewed for, they will also send me that I didn't get the job that I didn't interview for. And the job that I didn't interview for would be sent, an email be sent the same time that with the job that I did interview for. And I believe that that's because if you look at the phone records, you would see how calls were being made back to back. While I was interviewing for one, another call will come in from a different place. And I think that is how they were connecting to each other to decline and say that I did not get the job that I was interviewing for, or that I didn't even interview at all. I was just found not qualified. And the other ones would just cancel the job announcement altogether. That was done a lot too. Complete cancellation of the job announcement. So if I didn't get the job that I interviewed for and that I was qualified for, or even if I was sent an email saying that I lacked the necessary qualifications or even the basic qualifications for some of those job announcements. And when I made inquiries, I was inquiring, okay, if I was a veteran with a 10 point, what is that called? A 10 point, I don't, well, it's a 10 point that you get on your job application. Um, I guess that, to help you as far as your placement. I guess that's how it goes. But anyway, when I made inquiries about why I didn't get the job or didn't even get the interview and was given to somebody else and everything, but yet I was 10 points and then not found to be the best qualified for such and such a job position. I was asking, okay, then if I was not the best qualified and I didn't even get the interview, how are you people doing the job interviews and placing the individuals in that position? So as everything progressed, as far as the traumatizing and harassment and the community gang stalking and everything like that, whatever was being done to me, somehow I began to be aware of the synchronicities, the similarities of the individuals that I was speaking to, and I began to be able to tell things, and I didn't know how I could distinguish and tell what is going on. But I began to not only be able to determine the synchronicities, the patterns, I also began to feel the individuals. So, what I guess I'm trying to say is, I began to feel when individuals were meeting up with other individuals as far as outside the marriage or outside the relationship, or however you want to say that. And I don't know how and when that began, but I developed that ability. And in other words, so I knew when someone was cheating on somebody else. I did not know. I did not know how that developed, but I guess when you do certain things to people after a long time, and what was done to me was over decades, it is said, I guess, when you lose one ability, the other senses kick in or something like that. I'm not too sure. Anyway, I began telling, or could tell, or could recognize, or could distinguish what was going on with who. So, um, I'm trying to go through my community wall posts. Maybe I'll read a little something. Okay, 2 weeks ago, I'm coming after anyone who's trying to take my personal life experience and attempting to make it as their own, i.e., my self help book series, books 1 through 4, Breaking Free. I talked about the Caucasian male that threw a water paper ball at me at the oncology facility that I worked. That was many, many, many years ago when I worked as a medical technologist. Uh, how long? So it's what, over almost 40 minutes, right? Okay. And I also had to post, I posted towards about my Sticias. I don't know how to pronounce that. I wrote it right. The name. So, uh, the Just Us YouTube channel, how someone was trying to do the trademark. So I had to pay to have my trademark again for my YouTube channel because I was sent an email from this individual saying that someone also wanted to do my name on that. So I listed that on my community wall and everything. So yeah, like I said, it's late here. So it's midnight. Okay, it's late here. Okay, so let's see. What's this? Okay, I said I was gonna do tarot, right? I had shuffled the decks before. I shuffle them again. I usually shuffle them until they move by themselves. I think I already told you guys that. That's the only way that I read tarot, or how I started reading it many years ago. I don't know why I did it like that, but that's how I did it. I just shuffle them until they move by themselves. They all already move by themselves. Like I said, I shuffled a deck before I started. I really don't have any questions to ask. Midnight. I don't have any questions to ask. Not really. I'm just going to see what they have to tell me. Because right now I've been writing so much on my community wall, been going through so much. To me, it's like they already know what it is that I want to ask. So that's what I do. I'll see. Hmm. See. Okay. So what's been here in Nigeria? I know you guys in the USA, y'all have a election coming up. We have an election coming up, right? I know very well about that election. I know very well about the election the last time. A certain individual was trying to, Caucasian male, was trying to become president, and what was being done to me to ensure that that happened. There's a lot of things that are going on that you guys don't know. And there are a lot of readers taking advantage of that, taking advantage of the fact that your information is being censored. Your information is being censored. Your channels, your what is it called? The traffic, right? When you go into Google and you do your search, it's being directed. Your calls are being directed also. This is grounding that fell out. Ocean is a fearless love. Saltechi is grounding. Fearless love. This is 325. That's something that you guys have been saying a lot, right? Need to go out and be ground and get grounding. Hmm. You should look at the prophetess, the African movie on YouTube. Just came out on the 30th. Is it a Nigerian movie? Yoruba movie. It came out on the 30th here last month. And they were doing a lot of grounding in that too. Okay. Satechi, Satechi, or Goddess of Grounding, South Africa. Okay, here we go. You may know great ancestress Saltchi. I can't pronounce these names, or Sarah Bartman, the woman forced to perform as the Hottentot Venus. Okay, we know what a Hottentot is. In 19th century London, but before that, she was Saatchi, a Cohocan girl in South Africa who deserved better. So I guess she was made a woman of the night, right? Protect your magic. Your heart is your own. Your body is your own. Your mind is yours. Your truth and story are your own. Be rooted in your truth. Create healthy boundaries. The embodiment is I am here. I was saying, this is me, right? So we are on track, even though it fell out the deck, right? I am here. Trauma, stress, overwhelm, anxiety, and fear disconnect you from your body. Grounding keeps you present. The Goddess Declaration, I am firmly planted and deeply rooted, right? When you feel rootless or unsettled, come back to your breath. Meditation and breath work are grounding. Try earthing, go out in nature, reconnect with nature, right? Like I said, the terrorists were what? They were talking about grounding, getting grounded again. Okay? Connecting your feet to the soil. Yeah. Free writing, clapping, stomping, and rubbing your hands together are all grounding. So now you know if you're not able to go out into the nature, there are other ways that you can ground yourself. Free writing, clapping, stomping, and rubbing your hands together. You can try that. Ocean, fearless love, 25. That fell out too. Let's try this. Ocean, Yoruba, Nigeria. The temple is lovers. Element, water. Goddess Oshun is the exalted Orisha, which is deity, of honey, sweet waters, love, sensuality, fertility, and beauty, but also the Yoruba lady of goals, anger, and jealousy can also flood and destroy. Ocean's guidance. Dare to love. Begin with loving yourself. Allow yourself to be loved. You feel everything deeply. You are porous with a wall around your heart. This is your paradox. Embodiment. You are love and you are worth loving. If you listen to my song, This Is Me, not my song, the song that I put on TikTok is somebody else's song, but I used it. So when you listen to that song and it says, This is me, one of the what do you call that? Well, one of the wordings or the sentences or what you call the when you make the lyrics. Okay, I get to it right. Okay, one of the lyrics it was saying, "I am worthy to be loved" or something like that. So again, the grounding, right, and the fierce love, Oshun. You are worthy of a love that remembers your beauty at your ugliest moment. There, what is the name of that individual? I can't recall his name right now, but it's you saw the best in me when everyone else saw the worst in me, right? So even at your worst moments in life, there's still somebody that's going to see the good inside you, which is worth fighting for, even when everybody else doesn't think so. Don't allow your unhealed past to block your future. Real love is a sacred contract that says, I am vulnerable and committed. Your heart is safe with me. Let's expand our consciousness together. The Goddess Declaration: I give love, I receive love, and I am love. Now, some will take that, twist it, invert it, convert it into pervert it. In other words, that's agape love, God's love. And there were those that were trying to twist agape love, God's love, into perversion, pornography, and sending that to my computer when I was when in the USA at my house there. And when I tried, when I was doing my master's class, and one of the research papers I had to do, I was writing, I forgot what I needed to anyway, I was speaking on agape love. And the instructor that I had me rewrite the had me rewrite the thing because it wasn't technical enough because I was doing biotechnology, right? So agape love, I guess, doesn't fit into the technical part of, I guess, how you manufacture, how business and the rules and regulations in the government are concerned. So I had to redo what I was writing for as far as speaking on agape love. So, like I said, they're referring to the sacred type of love between you and your creator, your God, your consciousness, how you perceive and want to base your morals upon. And I think that some people want to siphon that type of energy and manipulate it and create a perversion of that type of love to their benefit, to their profit. So that's what I think. I've already shuffled the other deck. Like I said, those two cards fell out and they are totally, totally in connection to what has been going on and what needs to be, let's say, pertaining to what I've been listening to in the tarot reads and what I have been posting myself on my community wall. Okay, so here we go with the Lovers, King of Wands, Tower, Hmm. Like I said, I once I shuffle the cards and they move by themselves, I didn't really have a question to ask because I think Knight of Swords. Because I think that they already know what my question is, what is going on concerning me, concerning others around me, concerning this whole situation that I've been dealing with for many, many years. Three of Wands. So we have the Lover's card, the King of Wands, and I think that the King of Wands is supposed to be like this Casanova type person. Let me make sure. Power and presence, commanding attention and notoriety, adaptability without compromise, animal magnetism, Casanova, flirtation, Leon, Maverick, a Casanova, master, success story, visionary, leader, right? And then you have a tower moment. Something is definitely happening right there. Something is coming to a, I don't know, something big is happening. Let's see, what is the tower? To put it into words. I need the magician, empress. I'm trying to find it, guys. Chariot, the strand, hermit, justice, empress. Okay, release all preconceived notions as the tower card breaks you wide open. Big destruction. This is the aha moment waking you up. You may feel rattled to your core, but it is the only way to break you from your spell of misunderstanding. Disruption, unexpected shock, collapse, blast, breakdown, release of what never fit to begin with. All right? So after you have that big old destruction, your aha moment, after you get back to your senses, right? Recover from that one. Then you get into the Knight of Swords. Let's see what that one says. Speedy conclusions that may not be based in truth. Ready to defend itself or others at any moment. On the move, energy and speed. Situation resolves quickly. Changing minds and opinions. Breakthrough, rapid fire, communication. Rushing into a situation. Velocity, compulsive, headstrong. So after you get your aha, you're you're off and running, trying to trying to do what? Trying to get your situation under control. Rush into a situation, compulsive, headstrong. You are the knight in shining armor, right? Let's see if that's what it means. What is that? The Three of Wands. So after you're trying to rush into something, and the Three of Wands says it's time to share your vision with the world. So you're often running to share what you have discovered in your aha moment and you're off to in the world. Okay. Be brave and fearless in your passion projects. The time is right for sending messages and making contacts. Collaboration with others is possible and auspicious. Business ventures, sending your ships out to sea, expansion and vision. That's interesting, right? Good luck with that. hmm It might be talking about me going back to the USA. Now, I am supposed to be trying to, I don't know, now that I'm in December, I mean, in November, I said I was going to be trying to come back in November. I don't know if it's going to be the end of this month or sometimes next month. It all depends if I can get everything situated, if I can get everything together and get myself back to the USA. I have a lot of things I need to take care of there. Still trying to take care of things here. We'll see how that goes, right? We'll see how that goes. But definitely, I am trying to either get back to the USA end of this month or sometimes next month. I was trying to do it this month though, because like I said, I have my second book series to do. And what is that? The Journey? Just one moment. Let's see this. Isn't it something I have to look for it, right? Here we go. Survivor Journey series. That is going to be my second book series after Breaking Free. So it's the Survivor Journey. And I don't want that to be a misconception. Just like um, in my Breaking Free series, I didn't want people to have misconceptions with that either. Um, Survivor's Journey is subjective, and it is depending on what you're able to understand, overstand. Some say understand, or what being a survivor to traumatic situations really are, really is. I will get more into detail with that when I start writing my second book series. But it is subjective. Just because you are here physically, some people might think that it's surviving, but just because you have a physical body still here in this reality, it's what you're doing inside that physical body that makes you a survivor. What you're doing, what you're able to do. Like I said, I'll delve deeper into that, and I'll be posting on my community wall as I did before, as I am writing my second book series. I'll go ahead and do that. Gang Gang Sarah is resistance, rebel, Yasigi, Yasigi, Yasigi is to live out loud. Like I said, it's late here, guys. It's going on 1 o'clock. So let me do another. Oh, yeah, storms. Nande is the truth. And one more would be, and then I'll start reading these. Truth about your divine lineage. It's from this. Is that 22? Gang Gang Star is resistance. It's 22. Probably came out a rebel in nature, right? Shadow of Resistance, Tobago, is a temple of shadows. Shadow goddess Gang Gang Star, the witch of Golden Lane, blew into Tobago on a determined breeze from West Africa to emancipate her family. A rebel, right? Learn to show up for yourself. If no one else is for you, learn to be for yourself. If you can't rely on other people and you're by yourself, from personal experience, was a time that I did just that. I did try to give up. So I know that lowest point that you can get to when you don't want to go anymore, right? When you get to that lowest point, when you don't want to go anymore, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Even if there's no one else around you to encourage you not to give up on yourself. Find something within yourself to encourage you at that moment to not give up on yourself. The embodiment. Your ghost, your own dreams. You ghost your own dreams and resist your own magic. Stop holding back, worrying and pretending to seek perfection that will never come. Some say perfectionist, right? Not perfectionist, probably accuracy. right? Certain things you must be accurate on. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to be perfect on that. Some people um, get hung up on that word, perfection. Not perfection. Aim for accuracy if that's what you need to have. Don't hold the reins so tight around yourself, trying to make everything perfect just because somebody is trying to program you to think that way. If you're constantly thinking that something has to be perfect, right? That also creates unnecessary anxiety when it's not perfect. So that's another thing that they were doing to me to harass me or to traumatize me, especially when they know that I'm being directed to them for whatever reason that I need to be directed to them or must have communication with an individual to solve a problem, like calling customer service to any institution or facility that I have an issue with concerning any of my bills or anything like that, or general questions or anything. If you're being community gang stalked or harassed or intentionally traumatized and abused, they already have the information that they need and the wordings that they use to enforce the particular trauma that they're trying to induce. So if you're constantly being told, or someone says perfect, right, in a conversation that doesn't require that particular phrase, perfect, they're just saying it to instill that image or whatever they're trying to convey onto you. They don't have to be perfect. You have to be perfect. And since you can't be perfect, that creates unnecessary anxiety, stress, right? So if you need to do the best that you can and accept it. And if others are not satisfied with the best that you can do, maybe they don't need to be around you until they learn to be satisfied with the best that you can do. And if they still don't accept it, let them go. Let them go. Because you're going to find that they become more dissatisfied, and you in turn will become more and more stressed, build more anxiety, create more confusion, and it can spiral down for you because they're not going to see anything other than they want perfection. Do what you can. Do the best that you can. And if you're in a situation that demands perfection, hmm, those individuals that are like that, you would call them motivational speakers. They will motivate you to aim for perfection in life, and they will try to demean and disparage, talk bad about someone who doesn't aim for perfection, or call them what type of names, and say that they lack the ability to achieve a certain level. Or they would try to discourage the individual and make them appear to be mediocre, or I don't know how to say it, but they would try to make other people see that individual as lazy and not trying to excel or succeed in life by aiming for perfection. Perfection is subjective. You should aim for accuracy. And the reason why I'm saying that is, if you're from a technologist point of view, accuracy as far as testing, right? I always want to put out accurate results. You can call it perfect if you want to. In reality, the results are accurate. You can also verify and confirm the accuracy of your test to make sure that the test result that you got is accurate. And when you put out that test result, you're confident of the accuracy of that test because it's correct, right? Accuracy, not perfection. You get the results that you need without the psychological what? Disparaging, I guess. A negative look at the word perfect. You still get the results that you need, and not the added stress and anxiety of something that you're not able to live up to in somebody else's standard. Their standard of perfection might be at a certain so at a at such a certain level that is not attainable. But when you have the accuracy and you can confirm your accuracy, that goal is attainable. You don't have to question it if it's right. You know it's right. And that eliminates a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. It eliminates character bashing, right? It eliminates mental bashing. It eliminates that. So, guys, let's go on to the next one. 31. Yasiji, live out loud. Live out loud. 31. Oh, I need to finish the embodiment. You are resisting the force you really are. Goddess declaration. This is me. I show up. This is me. I show up. Like I said, I don't ask once the cards move by themselves, the answer is already given to me. The answer is already there. They already know what I am trying to find out, what I need to know, what is going on. So, this is me. I show up. Live out loud is Yasiji. Let's see, 31. If I'm pronouncing it right. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Goddess of Living Out Loud, Dogon Mali. It's a water element. Yasigi has the reputation of being a free-spirited party goddess for the Dogon people of Mali. She was the first Yasigan. The Yasigans are women empowered to participate in the mask dances. Unveil, remove your mask. Express yourself. You have something to say. Share your voice and magic. Express you-ness. Express your you-ness. Embodiment. The way you express yourself won't make everyone happy. That's okay. You're not meant to. Living out loud and self expression look different for everyone. For outgoing extroverts, self expression may mean dancing on tables and screaming your points of views. Introverts may speak out in other ways and save the louder parts of their personalities for loved ones. The goddess declaration is I am free to express myself fully. This is me. You will see that on my community wall. Live out loud. Express yourself. This is me. Oya, the thunderstorms. Let's see. Team. Yoruba, Nigeria. Goddess of storms. Element is warrior, water. Wielding her powerful sword of truth, Oya is the Yoruba goddess of storms, wind, and lightning. Storms bring shift, rapid and uncontrollable change, and at time chaos. Sounds about right. Oya's guidance. The winds of change are in motion. Into every life a little rain must fall. Personal storms clear away the old. Sometimes change moves slowly, at other times change is swift. The tower, right? Yeah, we're moving in the right direction, right? What would you like to change? If you're not actively changing it, you are choosing it. To make shift happens, focus on what you want. Stop giving energy to what is not working. The biggest thing holding you back is you. If you want people in life to treat you better, you go first. If you attract betrayals, ah, they talking to me, right? If you attract betrayal, stress, and strife, the common denominator is you. This is me. So, what did I say? That individual woman said, I was the cause of what was happening. It was because of me. I did it to myself, right? And what was my response? I was thinking, if I did it to myself, how did everybody else know? I say it's subjective. In my situation, it was both cases. Not only was I the denominator, as they put it, but I was also the subject of community gang stalking and harassment. So as I was spiraling down, as I was letting all the stress, all the humiliation, all the anxiety, all the trauma affect my life, I became the catalyst to my own destruction. It was me. They didn't need to continue to do it, although they did. They didn't stop. They still do it here. Uh, they didn't need to stop. I began to do it myself because at a certain point, at a certain level, as you progress downward, you don't need someone else to be saying negative things to you. You start to, what does it say? Embody what they're saying. You start to think it yourself. You start to you start to be what they're saying that you are. So in other words, they don't have to say anything anymore because you have taken over the reins yourself to be your own destruction. And you don't even know it. That's what you're doing because you're so far so far into the depressive state that they put you in when they were doing all that maltreatment, all that negativity, all everything to keep you at a lower state way of thinking. In other words, some people say lower vib- vibration. Mhm. Beating yourself up is self harm. Feel your feelings, honor your journey, tell yourself the truth, and practice self compassion. The Goddess Declaration: I make shift happen, right? And that's the truth. Nunde, truth. Nunde, Goddess of Truth. Bening, the element is water. Nunde, the bold, outspoken wife of Benin Iwa, is a deity. Legba was feeling neglected by her husband. Even with several wives, his head easily turned. So Nunde lived her truth, took her own lover, and became her own best friend. Oh, let her go. If that's what you wanted to do, okay. Get real. What is your truth? Truth telling matters. Being able to hear the truth matters just as much. The embodiment. Tell the truth. Each person has their own version. Speak yours. Words have impact. Remember that we are all we remember that we all have triggers. Think before you speak and listen with compassion. Be gentle and stay calm in truth-telling conversations. Well, I'm a hothead, right? ah, I don't do that. Ooh, if you read some of my stuff on the commentary walls, ah, it's even more livid in real life. So yeah, y'all can do that. Y'all can do that. I'm, uh, I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. I haven't made it to the calm level yet. Ooh, child. Y'all can read some of my y'all can read some of my community wall posts. Yeah, I am far from that be gentle and stay calm in truth telling conversation. Not yet. I'm a work in progress. Goddess declaration, the truth is my friend. Mhm. This is the last card, guys. This is Sarah La Kali, divine lineage. Let's see what it says. Divine lineage. All right. Divine lineage. Goddess of divine lineage, Romani, Egypt. Right? Element water. Yeah. I can't help it. I like the thunderstorms, guys. Great ancestress Sarah La Kali, meaning Sarah the Black, was an Egyptian prophetess and the patron saint of the Romani people. Or history. I'm gonna. If you hear snoring, that's my alchemy. I'm trying to hurry up so I can go. So just a moment. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to hurry up, guys. Like I said, it's after one. It's after one. So let me try to hurry. Okay. What was I saying? There's a patron saint of the Romani people, or history says that Sancti Sarah had the highest divine lineage. Okay. Her guidance, your ancestors protect the Holy Grail. Hmm. The Holy Grail is you. Divine ones walk beside and within you. Trust. The embodiment, your ancestors want to remind you that you are not alone. They are rooting for you. They ask you to honor your spirit guides and call upon the power of the divine. Create or nourish your ancestral altar or shrine. Unbury your ancestors. Speak their names. Your divine lineage ancestors may be blood related or culturally or spiritually connected. Goddess declaration, I am my sister, and my sister is me. I like that one. Ah, so, guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. Um, it's after 1 o'clock here in Nigeria. So I will, let's see, it's about an hour and 40 something minutes. So I will say good night to you guys. Again, thank you for watching my channel. I will try to do another live. I don't know when I can. I'm trying to do it more often. And uh, what else? My self help book series, the second book series. What is that? Journey to what did I what did I say? What did I say? Oh my goodness! I said it was Journey Healing. No, not the healing. The healing was on the Breaking Free series, the first one. Oh my goodness! And then I have to go and find. Here we go. That's why I say Survivor's Journey. I guess the reason why uh, I guess the reason why I have such a difficulty remember that it's survivor's journey instead of a journey of healing, because survivor is so subjective, and I don't know if I see myself as a survivor. Do I see myself as a survivor? I don't think myself as that way. What did I survive? I'm still going through. So maybe that's the reason why I keep having to look up that title, Survivor's Journey. I don't know. A journey of healing. I'm still going through that, yes. But Survivor, it's still occurring. So I don't connect with the survivor's turn. I guess I will still use it when I start writing my book series. But I'm having a little difficulty connecting with the survivor part. But anyway, guys, it's late. It's after 1 here. So good night. Thank you. Thank you for watching my channel. And I am on TikTok, but I don't stay so long on TikTok. I get on every once in a while. I'm going to try to get on TikTok a little bit more when I am able to have discussions about the medicinal herbs for health and wellness. That is what I do on my TikTok. Here is a little bit different. It's a little bit different. So, guys, thank you. Thank you for watching my channel. You guys have a good night. Bye. Ha! That's not good. Open the cover. Okay.